Good afternoon. Welcome to the Professor Dur Show. Hope your day is doing well on this Friday. From wherever you're watching me from, I'm okay. So I want to tell you a story. A couple of years ago, I don't know which year, I think it was 2019 or 2018, before Corona. So this young man, let us call him Fred. So Fred was from a rich family. You know, here in Kenya, you have five classes. We have the super rich, we have the so-called super rich, upper middle class, lower middle class, and then the rest of us. I think it's five classes. The super rich, the upper middle class, lower middle class, and then the rest of us, something like that. So now, this Fred, the family was, you can say, the upper middle class. They live in these affluent gated communities. Because someone once told me, if you don't have your own gate, you don't have your own compound, at the end of the day, at the end of the month, you have to pay someone for rent. There's a caretaker to see that you don't run away if you don't pay rent. That's the work of caretakers, to see that you don't run away if you don't pay rent. Then you're just what? By all means, a poor person here in Kenya. So those five classes, the super rich, upper middle class, then you have the middle class, lower middle class, and the rest who are poor, hand to mouth. So Fred is from an upper middle class gated community. He has his own car, has a good job, he's doing well. He's around 30, according to what I read, he was around 30 something, maybe 33 years, who knows. He was about to get to marry a nice girl who's age 25, also a graduate. He was a graduate of BCom, Bachelor of Commerce, from a university, an international university from abroad. The girl was from a local university, also from a rich family. So now, one day Fred just decides, he was working in a very tall building here in Kenya. You know, you have skyscrapers, over 20 floors, 30 floors. I think now the tallest building in Nairobi, I don't know, it's called what? It's coming up, it will be like nearly 50 floors. His building was around 20 floors. So he goes to the 10th floor and jumps and dies. People are asking, why would this young man want everything at his foot? An upcoming marriage, rich family, he has his own apartment in an affluent neighborhood, just decided to end it all. What they didn't know about Fred had hidden demons. All of us had hidden demons. And his demons was from his parents. They always, in fact, from what I was reading, from the investigation, they were saying, initially they wanted him to become a pilot, but he didn't want. He did commerce. They wanted him to marry a white lady. He didn't want. He married an African lady. So everything he did was not good enough for the parents. They always had a high standard for him. You know, he was a family of 4 kids. He was the firstborn son. Then there was a girl, and then a lastborn, a young man. But that lastborn was just crazy into drugs. So the parents, they put all their hopes on Fred. So his demons, unfortunately, got the better of him. That's why I'm saying it's a better tomorrow. It's always better tomorrow. Tomorrow is always better. The heading is tomorrow is always better. Maybe you don't have a job, your relationship is not doing well, romantic, you have problems paying bills, you don't have prospects, you want to travel abroad, but the visa is not coming through. And I mean, you just have many issues, and you have already given up. Because all of us have issues. It can be job related, it can be school fees related, it can be rent related, it can be relationship, anything under the sun, even weight. people want to lose weight. They think they don't have the good weight. If they are guys, they think they don't have the best body shape, not knowing that these things change with time. So everyone has demons in their minds. So that's what I'm saying. Tomorrow is always better. Should not give up. See, like Fred gave up because in his mind it was not good enough for the parents. But he was not living for the parents. He was living for himself. I'm sure now maybe you are a young man, you have started working, there's pressure from you, from your parent to be rich. But ask yourself, they had a head start on you. Why weren't they rich? Me always say, once you reach 60 in Kenya and you're not a billionaire, you won't be. Maybe unless you become you get the highest office in the land, or become an MP, a governor, and then you can steal. But the problem with that, once you steal, usually the universe has a way of ensuring that that property is taken away by the government through legal means, or when you die, your children, grandchildren will just throw away the wealth. We just misuse the wealth. We just blow away the wealth on extravagant spending. Yeah, these people who steal billions, when they die, the family members, their children just misuse the wealth, just blow it up. Misuse and blow up the wealth until there's nothing left. Because this was ill-gotten wealth. If you're a young man listening to me, just be content with what you have. If it's written in the universe that you'll be a rich man, you'll be rich. So I've seen people just coming up with ideas from nowhere. And they get investors, they give them money. They start businesses. The businesses within 5 years, they've become the biggest in the country. Why? It was written in the stars that they'll be rich. But if it's not written, you can try to steal, you'll be jailed. Now you find you are maybe above 60. You cannot sleep because you think you have to be rich. So yeah, you'll be rich. And maybe the moment you get those millions, you die. The children you have left the millions for, misuse that money, blow it up, until the money there's nothing left. Isn't it? So what? That's what I'm saying. Tomorrow is always better. Don't always stress that, oh, your friend is rich. I have to be rich. You are a girl, you think, oh, my friend is more beautiful. I need to be like her. I need to do enhancements on my body. No. Everyone, first of all, is beautiful in their own way. Everyone has their own story, has their own journey. I've seen people drive cars in their 80s. You ask yourself what they were. But that's why it was written. They'll buy their cars in their 80s, 60s, 70s. And you are in your 20s, you are panicking. Take your time. Use your skill, your talent. And tomorrow, it's always better. Because you find people trying to take shortcuts, especially the young men. They will sell drugs. They enter into wash, they get killed. I've seen so many stories of young men dying very early. It's because they want a shortcut. There's no shortcut in the world. Take the pain. A man is pain. So that when you are old, you'll be telling your grandchildren, you have a story to tell. Some of us have gone through hardships, but we still fight because God is saying, no, your story is not ended. Because tomorrow is always better. So if you are listening to me and you have issues in your life, talk to someone, pray to God, give yourself confidence, and take your time. Those riches will come, that car will come, that dream job will come. Everything has its own cost. That beautiful partner you are looking for, husband, rich husband will come. That beautiful wife will come. And you live, and one day you'll go and see your ancestors. No one lives forever. So even these people fighting to acquire wealth, no one is buried with wealth. Everyone is buried in that small box. And the wealth you live, even if you decide to liquidate it, you still leave money in the bank account that your so-called children, if they're not careful, they will just misuse it and blow it up, and there will be nothing left. This is the Professor Duot Show. If you like what I've said, please send something on that number, 254 769 729 327. I'll repeat again. Plus 254 769 729 327. And as I always say, gwaheri ya kuonana, gwaheri.